What's up, guys? I'm Zach Evans, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to use rhythms when you practice piano. Using rhythms, in my opinion, is probably the #1 technique to build in muscle memory, and just one of those things that just really drills it into your fingers. It's going to be split up into a 3-part series. So the first part is going to be when to use rhythms. The second part is going to be specifically how to work rhythms into your practice sessions. And the third part is going to be how to use variations and different variations of rhythms that you can use to really drill them in. So I'm going to put the links to those right over here. So if at any time you want to skip to a different section, all you got to do is hit the link and it'll skip ahead in the video exactly to that section. All right, let's get started. All right, so on to the first part, when to use rhythms in your practicing. Now the best time to use rhythms is any section of your piece that has what's called a straight rhythm, meaning all the notes are the same length. So it's just for the rhythm. So if you're doing scales, if you're doing arpeggios, that'd be a great time. A lot of left-hand accompaniment patterns use straight rhythms. So if you're playing something like this, it's going to be a straight rhythm. Rhythms would be an awesome practice technique there. Today I'm going to show you in the third movement of my Pathetique Sonata, there's a section, it sounds like this. So that section would be an awesome time to use rhythms because it has a ton of straight notes that are exactly the same length and not much syncopation. All right, on to part 2, where I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how to implement rhythms into your practice sessions. Now, so the first part is you got to pick a section that's about 4 to 16 measures long, and we're going to take one hand at a time. So start with your left hand, and instead of playing it in the rhythm that's actually written, you're going to play it in our first rhythm, which is long, short, long, short, long, short, long. So in my piece, it would sound like this. I'm going to practice that 2 to 4 times, and then I'm going to move on to my next rhythm, which is short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. So it's going to sound something like this. And then do that 2 to 4 times, and then move on to the third rhythm, which is long, short, 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 long, short, 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 long. It's going to sound like this. Do that one 2 to 4 times, and then you move on to the last one, which is short, 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 long, short, 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 long, etc. And once you do each of those 2 to 4 times, the last time you just play it in the straight rhythm, in the exact rhythm that's written in. So it's just going to be. And I'm telling you guys, once you do all 4 rhythms and you go back to the original, it just feels like it's in your fingers. It feels way more solid, and it just feels great. So once you do your left hand, then you do the exact same thing with your right hand. Do each rhythm 2 to 4 times, and do it slow 2 to 4 times. And then you put your hands together, and you can even do hands together rhythms if you want to. So it sounds something like this. Do that 2 to 4 times, and then play it just as written, and it'll seem so much more in your fingers. And as always, remember to always be focusing on accuracy over speed. So no matter what, don't play the rhythms faster than you can play them. Play them to a point where you can hit the exact right notes every time. All right, on to part 3, which we're going to be talking about variations to the rhythm strategy that you guys can use. And the first variation is called groups of 3, and you want to use this anytime you have a triplet pattern, 3/4 time, or anytime you have 3, 6, 9, or 12 notes in a group. So for example, if I'm doing an F major arpeggio, it's going to sound like this. So those are groups of 3 because it's triplet, 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 1. Groups of 3, you're going to want to use the 3 group rhythms instead of the 4 group rhythms. So the first of the 3 group rhythms is long, short, short, long, short, short. So it sounds like this. Second rhythm is short, long, short, short, long, short, short, long. And the third rhythm is short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short, long. And then after you play that, you play it 2 to 4 times normal. So just like the other ones, play each of them 2 to 4 times, and at the end, play 2 to 4 times just as it's written. All right, now the second variation is where you make up your own rhythm. Now this one is kind of fun. It kind of gets the right side and the left side of the brain both working. And usually I just pick some kind of jazzier rhythm, and you just literally make up anything you want. So I might be playing a G major scale and just play it like this. Just kind of jazz it up, make it your own. And this helps a lot because it makes practicing fun, it makes it kind of engaging, and it really engages both sides of the brain. All right, now in the third variation, it's kind of another fun one. You take a song that you like, and you literally practice using the rhythm of the song. So for example, if you guys know the song Ice Ice Baby, it sounds like this. So you literally practice your section in that rhythm. So I could be doing a G major scale, and it's going to sound like this. And again, this is good because it kind of engages both sides of the brain, and it makes practicing a little more fun and a little more kind of engaging to you. All right, so that's all I got for you guys on rhythms. Remember to implement this in your practice session. Don't just watch the video, don't just read the book, but actually do it in your practice. That's the only way you're really going to get better. And I'll see you in the next section where we're going to be talking about metronomes and how to ramp up your speed from slow to fast. All right, thanks guys, peace out.